Hello, fantastic students. Dr. Stan Reeley here again. Let's talk a little bit about developing a PowerPoint presentation. Okay, remember a PowerPoint is a tool typically used by someone giving a presentation to an audience, whether it be a large audience or a small audience. But the PowerPoint serves as a visual aid for the presenter. So in our course, we have to develop PowerPoints, and in other courses, you'll have to develop PowerPoints. So let's make sure that hopefully in this brief video, I can convey to you exactly what's expected to be in your PowerPoint and how it's supposed to appear whenever you construct one as an aid for you as the presenter, and in this case, you as the student submitting an assignment for class. Okay, first of all, use Microsoft, the Microsoft PowerPoint program. Don't use some of this cloud stuff that some people may have trouble downloading. And so just use the typical basic PowerPoint program whenever you're developing your slides for an assignment in our courses. All right. The second thing is, remember, PowerPoint is a visual program. So remembering that the attention span of the average adult is somewhere around 5 to 6 minutes. And it's less for some, those like me with ADD, okay? Remember that you have to keep the attention of your viewer. Now, yes, you're delivering a stirring presentation, conceptually. If you're standing on a stage or a platform and your PowerPoint is being presented on a screen behind you, all that's well and good, okay? The ensemble is working. But whenever you submit PowerPoint presentations for class, you have to be everything in the slides, all right? So what you need to do is remember that your slides need to be engaging. They need to hold the attention of the viewer in the audience or the faculty member or sometimes classmates. So whenever you're developing your PowerPoint presentation, make sure that it is appealing to the eye. Use color, use varied backgrounds, use varied font styles and sizes and font colors, insert images, data and data charts show really well in PowerPoint slide presentations. So, hypothetically, if you're explaining a data chart, what better way than to present it up on a screen and then talk about what the viewer is looking at, and they can see the whole image. They're not having to look down and go through paperwork and that sort of thing. They're actually looking at the image being presented. So this is what you would do as a presenter. Present the most useful and the most relevant and the most appealing and the most appropriate items in your PowerPoint slides for your audience, so that they can maximize this experience, and you can maximize your effect on conveying the information that you need to share. But remember, you have to do it in an appealing way. Again, use colors, imagery, photos, stats, clip art. A little bit of animation is good, okay? Not much, because you want it to stay professional. But a little bit of animation or some kind of, just something to, again, hold the attention of your audience. I mean, if you just have have white spaces and you just put up copy, that does not command the attention of the audience. They might as well be reading a document. That's not what the PowerPoint program is for. It's to attract and keep the attention of your audience. Now, you need to include presenter's notes at the base of the slide, and that's for you to help you to provide the detail of what you want to convey that slide is showing. All right, so at the base of the slide, whenever you're constructing your PowerPoint presentation, there are places for you to type in your presenters or speakers notes. Okay, but on the slide itself, minimize how much verbiage you use, because what you need to really show are bullet points. All right, just boom, 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 boom. You know, the key items, like the headlines in a journal or a newspaper or a magazine. Okay, and then the presenter's notes would have the details about what's in those bullet points, and of course mix that with images and colors and that sort of thing too. All right, so in other words, don't clutter the slide with verbiage so that your audience is back there going back and forth trying to read your slide like they're at a tennis match or something. All right, you don't want that. You don't want your slide to be read. You want it to be enough material on the slide to help you stay on track and stay focused, but it's the bullet points that you want to present, that and imagery to in color to hold the attention of your viewer. Anytime you use a source, you must cite it and reference it, even in a slideshow presentation. So in the slide, if you use a source, borrow from a source, or if you use a data chart, you have to give credit, APA technique, to the provider of the source or the provider of the information from where you gathered what you're showing on your slide, okay? And then at the end, you have to have reference list slides, just as you would have reference list in a written assignment. And then lastly, remember, your title slide really needs to be that. It needs to have the title, yes, but it needs to have your name, the date, the university, where you're studying, those kinds of things, an image or something to right off the bat get the attention of your audience. So make sure that you don't just put a title and nothing else. Make sure that you identify that you are the author, the constructor, the developer, designer of the PowerPoint presentation, and put your name and the university and the date. All right. You may want to refer back to these presentations one day, and you keep them in your archive. Having them dated will be helpful for you later. Trust me, I know, because I look back on things that I've written in the past as well. So remember, slideshows are visual presentations, so use the features of the PowerPoint program, and remember that you want to keep the attention of your audience, engage them, but you don't want it to be a written document that you're presenting on the slides. You want it to be bullet points, and you use the base of the slide, that's something that the audience won't see, but you will, and I will, and those are the presenter's notes, and that's something you would write to fill in the gaps, put in the details about what each slide contains. Again, cite and reference just as you would in a document, but you want to minimize how much of that you actually do. So make sure when you cite, you do it correctly, but you just don't overdo it. But then at the very end, you have your reference list, just as you would in a written document, identifying alphabetically the sources that you have used to build your slideshow presentation. Okay. Whew. Hopefully I've captured the main points of what I wanted to convey to you about how to build a PowerPoint presentation. And remember, I've already lost your attention because we've gone beyond 4 to 6 minutes. But hopefully you've stayed with me and haven't fallen asleep, and that the next PowerPoint that you build will be an exceptional part of your ensemble as a presenter. Okay, so remember, the PowerPoint works with you. You work with it together. You complete a presentation that the audience will both hear and be able to see. And they'll take away a wonderful experience and learn something from what you conveyed to them. So with interest. All right. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to write me or call me. But that's an overview on how to do a really good PowerPoint presentation in our class and in future classes as well. Take care.